Hello, welcome back to this channel. Today's going to be a very fun video because today's technically part 2 of talking about May 4th, 2025. Now, I've been talking about doing this video for quite some time now. I really wanted to do a comparison video comparing last year's promos for May 4th and this year's promos and kind of where I think these promos could go up in value. If they could do really bad, if they could do really good. I'm just going to be giving you guys my honest opinion on how I view these LEGO sets. Some of them I honestly don't like, and some of them I really like. So I'm not exactly going to be giving out complete numbers, just my kind of own opinion. I will also say, while I'm on the topic of my own opinion, before you do go and buy these LEGO sets, do your own research. I'm simply just giving my own opinion out to you guys, so maybe you could view these LEGO sets from a different standpoint from another LEGO investor. And there's also a lot of other LEGO investors doing the same exact videos just like me, giving out their own opinion on how they could view these LEGO sets. So this video is going to be very fun. Before we do go and start today's video and go over to lego.com, please subscribe, hit the notification on all so you not miss a video, and please like this video. We also have quite a few new LEGO sets that I'm going to be comparing and kind of predicting of what I think these LEGO sets could do, if they could do really bad or if they could do really good. You'll have to wait to the very end of the video to find out. First one is going to be the training facility. I gotta be honest, I like it. I don't have a problem with it. I'm in the kind of middle area. I don't love it and I don't like it. It's just a weird situation, but comparing it to last year's promo, it stands nothing against really anything compared to the Federation Troop Carrier. Now obviously I do think minifigure viewing, those could do a lot better than how much these are worth. Sorry about the picture being blurry. I was not aware it was going to be blurry, but that had so many just troops. That is so awesome, but to be honest, who knows how this could do. I think, to be honest, just giving my own opinion about this, I'm not a big fan of it. To be honest, I've heard quite a lot of rumors about 4 times points, double points, and it doesn't sound like it's going to be that amazing of a year compared to like last year from LEGO investing viewing, but at the end of the day, 4 times points still gets people very far when they do want to get these LEGO sets, because buying them full price isn't as exciting as getting them 20% off with some GWPs. Then, I'm going to have to say, let's see how much this one's going for. Minifigure wise, all of them are going for about $25. So, after predicting it's, Brick Economy's estimating it at selling for about $50. So, that's pretty good. To be honest, I got 4 from last year and I sold 2. To be honest, I have absolutely no clue how much I sold both of those for, but I'm going to predict this one to probably be maybe 45, somewhere between like 40 to 50, somewhere in that area. I honestly don't see it going above 50 because I'm assuming LEGO made an outrageous amount of copies on that, but at the end of the day, we'll just have to see how those do and work from there. Then talking about polybags, and I gotta say, comparing this polybag to last year's, I like this one a lot more, just because I'm a huge fan of the Millennium Falcon. Now, if you guys have been with Legos and really just involved with the LEGO community, I'm assuming you probably know that there's so many LEGO Millennium Falcons. There's huge LEGO sets, $800 LEGO sets. There's kind of medium scale ones, and then there's little ones. I gotta say, I do feel like every single time there's a new one, it's just, at this point, it's just like, it's a brand new model of the Millennium Falcon. At this point, who really wants it? Because everyone that won the Millennium Falcon already has a Millennium Falcon. Just, there's like 40 made. Who knows how many exactly have been made throughout the last like 20 years. But comparing it to the AAT turret, that one was a really good one. I don't have any problems against that. I'll probably give it maybe like an 80% from my own opinion for a polybag, but I'll probably give this one maybe a 90% on my own opinion. I do view this one doing incredibly well, and I really do like this LEGO set, and the bag looks awesome. I will say, funny story the other day ago, I was searching through Target to see if there's any more sales, and I happened to stumble over some polybags. I just ended up kind of scrolling through a ton, and then I saw this bag, and I was like, I've never seen that before. Because when it comes down to polybags, I'm very locked in to figure out when and if they've retired. So I ended up going up to my dad and saying, do you have any of these? Because he's involved with Lego investing too. So I was thinking, how in the world did I do Lego investing all last year and I've never seen this before? So when I was doing a little bit of digging around, I heard nothing. So I didn't really think much about it, but like I want to say maybe 24 hours after I had that conversation, it was announced that that was going to be the May 4th, 2025 Polybag. So I'm super, super excited about that, and that's kind of one of the only things that's kind of bringing me on board to buy some Lego sets. But comparing it, this Polybag is doing pretty good. Looks like it has 75 pieces and it's averaging it at about 7 cents per piece. Looks like it's Bricklink is estimating that selling for about $11, which is really, really good for a Polybag. But I'm probably going to estimate this about $8-ish. I do think, and I will say this very, very quickly, if you're hoping to get some GWPs, just go over $160 and get this. I will say this Polybag will 100% go into Kohl's, Target, all over. In fact, Target is already selling it. So keep that in mind. There will be sales on this particular Polybag. So at the end of the day, don't be looking on Lego.com and being like, I gotta get as many of these as possible. It's gonna fly off the shelf and then it's never gonna be seen again. That is not true at all. And there's most likely going to be a lot of lingering stock on this Lego set too. So just keep that in mind. That's actually a mistake I made last year, assuming that the Polybag was going to retire right then and there, and it definitely did not. Actually, if I pull up Target right now, they're most likely selling it same price. But who knows how that'll do? I can't fully guarantee it. But talking about the coin, the Jango Fett Starship coin, I do really like this new design. So the problem is, you have to spend 2,500 loyalty points. Now I completely forget what it was like last year. Maybe we could find something on it. From what I'm looking, I don't see anything really giving particular information on it. But last year was amazing for the coin. But I really do think, comparing the coin, I really do like this one a little bit more than last year, just because this one can stand on a desk on its own. I do really like how you can kind of split the box open, kind of put it on the desk. I really do think that looks awesome. But to be honest, a new coin design is exactly what we need right now. So very, very excited about that. To be honest, if you guys know, I have no clue what you had to do to get this. That's kind of what I'm looking for a little bit right now. But I'm gonna say maybe you have to spend over $50. I'm like fully guessing right now, but I know for a fact you had to spend over something to get it. Now you have to spend loyalty points. Now at the end of the day, there's always new fans going on Lego.com for the first time every single year that just hasn't officially signed up for the Lego Insiders program. Now, if you guys have not yet and you guys are watching this video and you are hoping to buy some Lego sets, just do it right now. Pause the video, sign up really quickly, and press play on this video once again. I am hoping I can do a video pretty soon, kind of walking you guys through that step-by-step thing, but Lego makes it so incredibly easy. You just have to do your email, do a few other things, and then boom, you're set up. And then basically every single time you do an order, you get about 5% back in points. Double points, you get 10% back, and 4 times points, you get about 20% off back into points. Now at the end of the day, it's not really an exact sale, but it's always a great time to maybe put those points towards maybe a big Lego set you're really hoping to get your hands on. So just keep that in mind. I have no clue how it's going to do because it's a new design. So looks like the one right now is selling for, this is not going to be great, $5. Now I will say it's not Lego. It's not made out of Legos. So it's not going to be worth as much as like these two, but I'm probably going to say this one maybe $7, $8. I can't fully guarantee it. I think it's going to add a little bit more value now that you have to spend loyalty points on it, because then that sounds like Lego hasn't produced as much as they did with the coin last year. So I think that could make some hype around the coin too. But I'm definitely going to try to get my hands on maybe 2 coins. I have some leftover points that I'm really, really fortunate I was able to save and to not spend throughout the beginning of this year. Then, talking about the next ones, we're going into brand new Lego sets. So, if you look through all of these, there's a ton of helmets right now. If you guys are just now getting into Star Wars, helmets are a great thing to invest in if you're hoping to make some profit. So just kind of going on Bricklink really quickly. Now a lot of these aren't going to be the best examples, but just kind of bear with me really quickly. This one retired in 2022, the TIE Fighter Pilot. This one retailed for about $59.99, and now it's going for a incredible amount of money for $324. To be honest, I don't even have words for that because that is so insane. Then we got the Stormtrooper. I do feel like that one's insane because, number one, it did retire in 2022. Looks like maybe it did. That might actually be the year it was actually released, maybe. Now that I actually kind of think about that, who knows? Kind of let me know on that. I might need to check that after today's video is done with, now that I actually think about that. But assuming that was the retirement list, there we go. Looks like the Stormtrooper retired in 2025. Who knows? Looks like it went for about $59.99, and now the value is $180. So you probably get it. It is a great area to invest in, but keep this in mind. That was one of the first line of helmets that came out. So those ones are obviously going to do way better than some of the ones that are retiring right now. So going up to this year, number one, we got two that retired in 2023. So number one was going to be in 2024. We got Princess Leia and Clone Commander Cody. I do feel like both of those are amazing helmets, but to be honest, after a lot of lingering stock and just who knows where those Lego sets went, looks like Cody is actually going down $5. So the retail price was $70 and now it's valued at $65. So that is not good. And luckily I was really fortunate to get it on sale. Not insane, not a great sale, but at the end of the day, I want to say I got maybe 20% off. I can't guarantee it, but I did get the Princess Leia with points, so I'm very, very happy with that. So I'll be making about double my profit. So I think I spent about $35 on each after I put in points towards that, but the value now is $88 and the retail was $70. So it's not anything insane, but it's still value going up. So that's also great. So who knows how those will do. And to be honest, the only one we know that's retiring is going to be the Darth Vader helmet, and that has been for sale for such a long time. Then we got some briquettes. Now, if you guys have been with this channel for a long time and really going through really the Lego investing topic on this channel, briquettes are one of my favorite things to invest in because the value you can make in return is so good. So I'm very, very excited about this one. So this one's going to be the Luke Skywalker Rebel Pilot. This one's amazing. It is going to be $9.99, $10. Set number is going to be 40795. Has 138 pieces and is ages 10 and up. Then Clone Commander Cody was announced last year. This is supposed to retire too, but just kind of looking at some of them that retired and like were, well, who knows when they retired, but usually they are announced and then they retire a year later. But Han Solo, that is a very iconic one though. But this one was going, retail price was $9.99, $10, and now it's valued at $32. So it's very, very good to get into. And it's even better if you can get it on sale, because then you're making, like, for example, Chewbacca. If you got it for like $5, you're making like 10 times your profit of what you spent. So that's insane. But at the end of the day, briquettes are very, very good. But I will say more and more Lego investors are starting to catch on, seeing that briquettes are worth how much they really are. So just keep that in mind. They're not going to do as good as they used to, because the Lego is starting to see that demand too and starting to produce more than ever. But ending today's video with Revenge of the Sith. This one's amazing. This is the third one of amazing, well, briquettes. So the first one was really who knows, but it's I wasn't doing Lego investing when that did retire, but I was doing Lego investing when the Phantom Menace did, and I was a big fan of this. I really hyped it up on this channel, but let's just kind of get some information on it, if there really is much. So looks like it's not doing that amazing, I will say that. So retail price was $55. Now it's valued at about $50. but this went on sale so frequently. I was very fortunate to get it about 50% off every single copy, so I'm making about double my profit in return. I'm going to try to do the same thing with this and try to get as many copies as I can get my hands on. Obviously at the point where I'm going over my main budget for LEGO investing, I'm not going to go over that, but I'm going to try to get as many copies as this, because I do think this one, out of all 3 of the ones that have been announced for all of the 5 BrickHeadz and these beautiful packs, I think this one has the most potential, because it is a beautiful one and very, very, very iconic people in this. So, also, Revenge of the Sith is one of my favorite movies out of all of the really Star Wars movies. So, very, very excited to really see how May 4th does and see how 2025 is at the very, very end, and just watch all these beautiful LEGO sets go up in value. Right now, Revenge of the Sith has not been added to the Star Wars retirement list. Who knows? I'm assuming it will. I'm not saying it definitely will. Crossing our fingers, hoping it will, but the Phantom Menace was announced this time last year, and it did retire. So I think we will see the same thing with the Revenge of the Sith, and then most likely LEGO will announce another one next year. So I'm very, very excited about really to see how this does, and who knows, I might try to get a copy of that when May 4th does officially get here. But for now, this is sadly going to be an video. If you guys want to check out any of our other playlists, we just posted our Star Wars video yesterday. If you guys do want to check that video out, I'd greatly appreciate it. We put a lot of work into getting that as much information out to you guys as possible. Same with this video. But we post a lot of content, every single thing you could possibly imagine that involves Legos, we do on this channel. From Lego deals, Lego investing in new Lego sets, Lego news and rumors. All videos, if you guys just want to binge watch this channel. Retiring Lego sets, and one of my favorites, Lego builds. And then at the very end of those builds, we always review that build, and I really just let you guys know my own opinion on how I view that Lego set. And one of the most recent ones was the Botanical Garden, and let me say, that might have had to be one of my favorite builds. But that's all I'm going to say about that video. You'll have to check it out and see that amazing build. But for now, this is sadly going to be the end of the video. If you guys like these types of videos, please subscribe, hit the bell notification on all so you not miss our video. Please like this video. Thank you all so incredibly much for watching today's video and supporting the channel. I really want to know your game plan for May 4th in the comments below, and I'd really love to hear how much you're planning to spend, what you're planning to buy, and if you're hoping to go over 160 to get the promo. So really want to hear your game plan, and yeah, thank you so much for watching today's video, and I'll see you guys tomorrow when we post next. Peace.